Most people see the blur. I see the physics. I'm Brian Teacher. Let's get to work. Today, we're looking at Sabalenka's semi-open versus Swiatek's open stance forehand and why one wins. Welcome back to Full Court Tennis Vision to Reality. I'm Brian Teacher, Australian Open champ, longtime coach, and founder of the Full Court Tennis app. Today, we're tackling one of the biggest optical illusions in modern tennis, Iga Swiatek's forehand. Swiatek is a six-time Grand Slam champion and one of the greatest athletes to ever step on a tennis court. If you watch her on TV, commentators will point to her massive topspin and tell you her open stance forehand is a modern masterpiece. But there's a massive difference between elite athleticism and elite efficiency. When you look at the raw biomechanics and the actual match data, Swiatek's forehand relies on an incredibly inefficient system. Most coaches will tell you to copy this modern open stance to get more spin and safety. What they never teach you is that pure open stance is a trap. It forces you to spin laterally, sacrificing the forward penetration you need to truly dictate a point. Today, we're going to look past the trophies and break down the brutal physics of 45-degree leg loading. I'm going to show you why Sabalenka's forehand is a mathematical superior weapon and exactly why Swiatek's forehand collapses into a chaotic mess when she faces elite power. Let's talk about the absolute core of forehand mechanics, how you load your lower body to transfer energy to the ball. Look at how Sabalenka sets up. She utilizes a highly disciplined semi-open stance. Her feet are set at a clean 45-degree angle to the baseline. When she sets up, that 45-degree angle acts like a pure launch pad. As she fires her hips, the kinetic energy doesn't just spin her around in a circle. It drives her entire core up and through the ball forward straight into the court. Because her weight is moving linearly into the court, her hitting zone is massive. She can hit the ball at peak force while moving forward, flattening out the trajectory and maximizing court geometry. This is just pure algebra. It's compact, repeatable, and devastating. When you set up for a heavy baseline exchange, what kind of stance are you naturally hitting from? Are you stepping in semi-open at 45 degrees? Are you squaring up completely open? You guys think about it honestly because it dictates your entire forward intent. Now contrast that with the open stance trap that Swiatek relies on. In a pure open stance, your chest is facing the net and your legs are loaded wide. When you swing from this position, your body has no choice but to spin laterally right and left. Because there is zero forward weight transfer, all of that kinetic energy is forced upward and around the ball. So why does Swiatek win so much if this is inefficient? It's because of the torque. That rotational torque allows Swiatek to generate extreme topspin. She doesn't hit clean penetrating winners. She hits a heavy, awkward, massive torque ball that moves her opponents around and forces them into errors. She survives and wins majors because she has a 1 in a million foot speed to track down balls, and the heavy spin breaks down her opponents over long rallies. But she has virtually zero forward penetration. She isn't hitting through the court. She's brushing up and across. Against 95% of the tour, forcing errors is enough. But as a baseline technique, it is fundamentally flawed. If you don't penetrate the court, you are leaving the door open. This brings us to the hidden nightmare of the open stance spacing. When you load semi-open at 45 degrees like Sabalenka, you have a massive window of tolerance. Even if your footwork is a few inches off, your forward weight transfer allows you to adjust and strike the ball with clean linear force. But in an open stance, your spacing has to be absolutely perfect to the millimeter. If the ball gets even slightly too close to your body, or if it lands deeper than you expect, guess what? You cannot step forward to save the point. You are trapped. Your body spins, your racket face twists, and your spacing completely collapses. The data proves this efficiency gap. When you look at the forehand potency score, which measures total baseline effectiveness, Sabalenka sits at a staggering plus 13 per 100 shots. That's the absolute peak of the woman's game. Because she drives linearly through the court, her career winner to unforced error ratio sits at a positive 1.1. She dictates, controls, and routinely hits more clean winners than she makes mistakes. Swiatek sits at a plus 10 forehand potency. That sounds elite, but her score is entirely inflated by those forced errors we just talked about. When you look at her pure efficiency, her career winner to unforced error ratio is actually negative at 0.9. On her primary weapon, one of the greatest players alive actually hits more unforced errors than clean winners. So what happens when Swiatek plays an elite forehand player like Sabalenka? There's just no comparison. When you play against someone who has the ability to take the ball early, get their legs through the shot, and control power through the court, Swiatek is in massive trouble. When she is pushed and rushed by elite power, she cannot establish that flawless spacing her open stance requires. Her technique is pushed past the limit, and the errors spike massively. Look at the stats when opponents successfully attack her forehand wing and rush her timing. Against Yulia Putintseva at Wimbledon, she sprayed a shocking 46 unforced errors. Against Aryna Sabalenka, a massive 57 unforced errors. When an elite player hits through Swiatek, her rotational mechanics cannot handle the pace. She shanks, she mishits, and she loses control. It is proof positive that while she is an all-time great athlete, this is not top-tier technique. It's an inefficient system completely masked by elite foot speed and the fact that she's a sensational athlete. The lesson for your own game is simpler. Stop falling for the open stance trap. Unless you possess the freakish athletic movement of a multi-time Grand Slam champion to perfectly time your spacing every single time, spinning laterally will only leave your shot short, weak, and error-prone. If you want raw power, deep court penetration, and mechanical stability that never breaks under pressure, you must master the 45-degree semi-open leg load. You must drive your core through the ball, just like Sabalenka, Alcaraz, and Sinner. If you want to fix this and see what is exactly happening in your swing, go to Full Court Tennis app and download it right now. Start looking at your forehand and compare it directly to the pros in our FCT Pro library. Look at the exact same stroke. Look at the exact same grip. Stop guessing and build a foundation that lasts. In the next episode, we're taking this a step further into the ultimate mechanical nightmare, the Western grip trap, and how Sinner's flawless system exposes the structural flaws. Make sure to hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and stop practicing the flaws that are capping your potential. Download Full Court Tennis today, and I'll see you on the court.